Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Victoria welcomes Victor to the ranch, and they discuss Nick's news that Sharon and Phyllis's kidnapper was actually Martin, the brother of Alan Laurent, Tracy's fiancé. Victor points out that he is the same person that scared Ashley. They are happy to learn that he was taken into custody. It was Ian, Jordan, and now Martin, Victor sighs. When will there ever be a break for this family? The Newmans are survivors, according to Victor. Go for it! Jordan warned Claire that her death would haunt her for the rest of her life, and Victoria can never forget that. She is happy that her daughter can rely on Kyle. Victor yells that she should rely on her family instead of Kyle Abbott. Victor is confronted by Victoria on his attempt to separate Kyle and Claire. He brings her joy. Victor claims to be the one who knows the Abbotts the best. There will be no success in the relationship. Regarding Kyle's previous relationships, they quarrel. Although Victoria acknowledges that they haven't lasted, she holds Summer accountable for her manipulation. She believes they might have a future together and that Claire is a positive influence on Kyle. Victor wonders why he is the only one who thinks this relationship could end badly. Victoria tells her father that he might lose Claire if he continues in this manner. That won't happen, he says. Well, then, you could lose me, replies Victoria. The thought of his relationship with Claire being shattered makes her heart ache. She will not be harmed by Kyle. Victor is certain that he will soon reveal his true nature and crush her heart. He does not want her to suffer any longer. Do you not see my reasoning? Victoria inquires about his wound from the bullet. She is relieved that he is feeling stronger. He expresses gratitude to her and Nick for taking care of Newman while he recovered. He is aware that she bore a large portion of the blame because he was handling Sharon's situation. Victoria is simply relieved to be safe. Conversation shifts to Cole. Victoria claims that although he is content, the position requires a lot of travel. She brings up the fact that her father had a problem with her being around him. Things change, shrugs Victor. One day, Victoria hopes he will reconsider his feelings for Kyle. Victor has expressed what he has to say on the matter. Kyle surprises Claire. Kyle yanks Claire onto the back terrace as she enters Crimson Lights. He admits to her that he missed her. A long time has passed since yesterday night. They share a kiss. They joke about how much he missed her and how he wanted to steal her whipped cream while Kyle gets coffee and brings it back to the table. He catches her off guard when he suggests that she move in with him. Would you say yes if I asked? Claire Kyle YNR. Kyle inquires about Claire's thoughts on cohabitating. She informs him that it is premature to discuss this at this time. It's a significant move. Although it's fresh, Claire believes their relationship is fantastic. To what extent do we actually know one another? Kyle believes that living together would be a good way for them to get to know one another better. Just think about it and imagine what comes to mind, he says. She questions whether this would take place in the tack house on Victor's property or at his house with Harrison and his parents. Or would they be given a space of their own? What would feel best to you? Kyle says. She teases that Kyle lives in the tack house as they move back and forth. According to Kyle, everyone agrees that they should have their own space. I know a realtor, he winks. Claire reiterates that they recently began dating, which is a significant step. She believes they ought to talk about something else. My grandfather. Audra delivers unsettling news to Sally. Audra informs Sally she has news at the club. Her life can be becoming more hectic. If Nate proposed, Sally asks. No, Audra replies, her situation hasn't altered. Sally also states she has no plans to get married. According to Audra, she has a good chance of finding a new work. Sally wants to know everything. What is the job and the company? Audra denies that Victor has made her an offer. A deal with the devil, of sorts. YNR's Sally Audra. Sally finds it incomprehensible that Audra would ever return to work for Victor. According to her pal, she doesn't really have many choices. He betrayed her for Glissade, Sally reminded her. Audra wants to inform her of the offer, but she is cautioned not to tell anyone. Victor, she claims, gave her the opportunity to lead a section at Newman Enterprises. Sally queries why she would voluntarily enter into that agreement with the devil. What does he want in return? She wonders. He wants her to entice Kyle away from Claire, according to Audra. Sally exclaims, "Are you serious?" She hopes that hell no will be the response. Audra contends that she would be able to manage a division at Newman in exchange for him wanting a little impropriety. Sally claims that the cost is just too high. Why would she think about it at all? Audra has not yet consented. Sally wants to give her a job offer, but Audra says she's not into fashion. She realizes that this might be her only opportunity. Her name seems to be on a list of people not to hire. Victor might have initiated it himself, according to Sally. She inquires as to whether her buddy would prefer that she simply listen or reply, since Audra respects her viewpoint. Sally finds it repulsive and dislikes it. Audra is adamant that she has power over Kyle's destiny. She has faced far worse. Sally feels depressed about this. This, in her opinion, is far more than a compromise. Audra is aware of Victor's intentions. Kyle deserves to be played, thus he doesn't want his granddaughter to date him. Without any hesitation, he let her go. Victor also threw her under the bus, Sally reminds her. Why would she ever again support him, especially in such dire circumstances? Sally asks Audra how she plans to defend herself after warning that this is risky. To ensure Victor can't back out, Audra will obtain something in writing. Sally is certain that if he must, he will throw her away. Until she doesn't, she has the cards. Kyle is an easy target, according to Audra. She was reminded by Sally that she had previously wooed him while his marriage was failing. According to Audra, they are more alike than Kyle would like to think. He seems to despise her, according to Sally. There is a fine line between hate and love, Audra muses. She just needs to put Kyle in a precarious situation. What about Claire? Sally says. Do you believe she is deserving of this? She would benefit from Audra's assistance. Victor is correct. The sooner Kyle learns that she is a player, the better. When Nate discovers what she is doing, Sally asks what she will do. Audra is adamant that Nate won't learn about it. Why would she risk it? Sally asks. Audra maintains that everything is going well. So, why ruin it? Asks Sally. Audra acknowledges that he recently saw her with Victor. She informed him that Victor was gathering information, but she made no mention of the job or Kyle. Sally questions whether she truly believes that treating Nate that way is acceptable. Audra is adamant that she won't turn on Nate. She's playing with fire, Sally warns. But I won't get burned, Audra responds. She is adamant that Nate won't have to know. Reminding Audra that Nate loves her and wants her to let him in, Sally turns to Holden. Audra is capable of managing herself and completing this task. It might blow up in her face, Sally cautions. Audra cannot afford to miss this chance. She will only disclose to Nate that she works for Victor. She values Sally's concern enough to be forthright. Please watch her back, Sally begs. Avoid putting yourself in a situation from which you cannot escape. Audra can do this, she must. Claire is optimistic. Kyle tells Claire at Crimson Lights that they must not allow Victor to ruin their happiness. All she wants is for them to have his backing. Kyle doesn't believe Victor's hatred of his father is the cause of this. They cannot allow his pessimistic outlook to influence their actions. To make a point to Victor, Claire asks if he wants to move in with her. Kyle disputes it. Claire says she's sorry, but he might get upset if they move in with. If she is, Kyle is prepared to take that chance. There may be conflict with him if they move in together, but Claire is still hopeful that he will alter his mind. Kyle detests watching her go to great lengths to win Victor's approval. He would do it for his parents, she retorts. All she wants is for her grandfather to approve of her boyfriend. Although he likes the notion of them having their own space, Kyle doesn't want Sarah to feel under any obligation to live with him. Claire taunts him, saying she'll give it some thought. Perhaps her grandfather will change his mind in the interim. Kyle feels as though she is in a magical world. They share a kiss. Victoria wants Victor to swear at the ranch that he won't try to break Claire's friendship with Kyle. The doorbell rings before he can respond. Victoria asks Audra why she is there as she opens the door for her. Victor says they need to talk about business. I'm proposing that she work for Newman Enterprises. Victoria lets them converse. Audra admits to Victor that she has considered his suggestion. Yes, she responds, but she wants a firm business contract in place. Additionally, as with Glissade, she wants Newman to finance her own business rather than head a division there. This time, however, she is not dismissed. She uses it as a tactic with Kyle. You drive a hard bargain, don't you? Says Victor with a smile. He agrees, but she has a responsibility to show his granddaughter the true nature of Kyle. Audra adds, think of it as finished. Then we have a deal, says Victor.